right? Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
We want to give double honors to our Apostle Ellis Great Millstone, who teach very well this promise salutation out there to the hopeful elect, who continue to preach his word in our true, faithful sincerity. And here we are again, week in and week out, to prophesy against the downfall of this wicked kingdom, man. And it's evident now. It's not like we're shooting from the hip of what's going on, we're guessing in the dark. No, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai have shined a light upon us to see the future, man. And we can see the future of America is very, very dim, man. You know? And a lot of these people, the reason why they don't want to hear or hearken, you know, if brothers ever watch that movie, Don't Look Up, you see the destruction coming, but niggas want to live their everyday lives instead of trying to get right with the Lord in order to potentially be saved, man. You know, but you gotta do it.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1. And it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before.
Right, yeah, it says measure thou the time diligently, man. And a part of us measuring the time is us measuring the prophecies, man. You know, we already can see that the missiles upon the scene. World War III is getting popped off by the way of proxy wars. You know, these are prophecies that the Lord warned us of. You got it?
Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, this is the same time where the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's the spirit, man. Because the Lord is going to get ready to do strange things upon the planet Earth, man. You know? Read that again.
It says again, verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, so when the Lord is going to get ready to come upon the scene, it's certain things that you see upon the planet Earth. Papa, I'll give you time.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 37. But as the days of Noe were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yeah, as the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. And that's the highest that's going to come and visit the planet Earth. You got it?
For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking,
partying and bullshitting. You got it?
Marrying,
man. And it's a heavy thing when you go into the word marriage. In order to make the marriage official, you got to consummate. Basically have sex. It's no coincidence that dating apps is a heavy thing here in America. You know? You got to read that again?
It says, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking.
You got it?
Marrying and giving in marriage.
Fucking, you know? It's like it for the language, but having sex. You got it?
Until the day that Noe entered into the ark.
Yes, and just like people was going about their everyday day and everything was all cool and fine, and that door of the ark shut up, man. And throughout a period of time, niggas started banging on the door, begging Lord to let them in, but by then it was too late. You got it?
And knew not until the flood came.
Because instead of your mind being on the ways of the Lord and the ways of righteousness, these people's minds is in the ways of wickedness, man. Niggas worried about Bam Adebayo, this sorry nigga dropping 83 points when World War III is popping off, man. That's like a distraction. The dingle of keys right behind them. You niggas trying to give you that tiny little device, man. It's gonna be easy for Esau to give a lot of niggas that seed up, man. Because niggas love America. You got it?
And took them all away.
So everybody who gonna have this seed up in the latter days, the Lord gonna take you away like he did the niggas in the flood. You know, you got it, bro.
So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So we can see, as we measure the time diligently, of these people being in the spirit of partying and bullshit, these people being in the spirit of what can possibly go wrong, that careless YOLO spirit, we can see that the Lord is really prepping these people to be destroyed here in these latter days. You know? You got it, bro. Somebody got something?
Yeah, priest of the bag. Genesis 65, it says, and Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth.
Yeah, if I may, it says the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai saw that the wickedness of man was great in the planet earth. How much more now? Because even then, if you get somebody in the flood and transfer him today, they'll be shocked at the things that's going on here, man. You got it, bro.
Good. It says,
You can read from the beginning. You got it.
good. Yep. Genesis 65, it says, and Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. So like the brothers were pointing out, like this is what brought forth the flood. It was pretty much rebellion. You know, starting from the sons of God who pretty much were married and given in marriage. You know, they started marrying heathen women, and they assimilated their culture into their lifestyle. And they created, you know, a rebellion. And that shit grew, man. You know, so now we got a whole society that's corrupted by the philosophies of the serpent. You know, the sons of Cain. And what did it bring forth? It brought forth eventually the flood, man. And that's what's happening right now. You got Esau in power and rulership, and his philosophies have polluted the whole world. And that's why the Lord has proclaimed that, hey, fire is coming this time.
It's spirit too, huh? Because these niggas is twice as worse. That water ain't gonna have that. Since that water, like your mama, she whooped your ass. You know, since that regular belt don't work, I'm gonna get a stitching cord. You know? Yeah, I'm gonna get your ass a switch, man. So instead of the Lord hitting you niggas with fire, he's gonna have instead of the Lord hitting you niggas with water, he's gonna hit you with fire because you niggas is 2 times as worse, man. You gotta go watch a lot.
Yeah, verse 6, it says, and it repented the Lord that he had made man from the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them. Yes, it's going into about made. Like this is the Lord being fed up with wickedness, man. All right, when you read 2 to 15, it says that wickedness has exceeded through the whole earth. So we're seeing pretty much a reflection of the time of Noah happening right now, man. In which eventually the wickedness was brought forth. That was a destination for destruction. That was the reason for the flood. So now we're in a time which was going to bring forth a flood by the way of fire. The first cleaning agent was water, but now it's going to be by the way of actual fire. And that fire is what they be killing right here in America down the Great.
And beautiful. We're doing it.
Got one more about you. It says verse 8, but Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. So Noah, who is a representation of the elect, found grace in the sight of Yahweh by Shemal Shah, which means that he was warned. All right, he was warned of the upcoming said perils, the danger, the flood. Same thing with us today. We've been warned about what the Lord is going to bring forth. And it tells you how he was a preacher of righteousness, condemning the world, and bring forth the, you got this?
It's his spirit. You got it.
Come, this is 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 5.
Hold on, this is the spirit. All 3 of y'all brothers had
Oh,
it. It's heavy, man. It's heavy. Y'all, you got it. That's a lot.
It says, it spared not the old world, but saith Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
Right, so if I made him preaching and condemning the world as we're doing today, brought forth the flood. He had what? The testimony of Yahweh Shah. And that pleased him on side, so he found grace. So what do you think we're going to find, Lord, when we continue? We're pretty much condemning America and the whole earth, man. And said, Lord's going to bring down fire and pretty much flood this place, America, with storm and fire, strange rain. You know? So yeah, by preaching, it's actually causing the crops to flourish and bring forth the flood, man.
Yep, and it says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after shall live ungodly.
So there you go, there you have it, an example, right? So it ain't like the Lord, you know, is going to stick up on you without warning you, man. He's always going to let you know that this is what this kingdom did, and this is the reason why I destroyed their kingdom. So now you can look and have an example, a reflection of what I did, so now you can expect the same thing with this kingdom. So when you see modern day America, which is what, Sodom and Egypt, you know, going through the same fucking route. Yeah, the route is ancient Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah, even back to on top of Noah, man. Right? Now you gotta expect the Lord to fulfill what he did in no past time. But now it's gonna be even more greater, man. You know?
And I mean, it's a nigga named Paul Mooney. He was a comedian. He said, if the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, and the Lord don't destroy America, then he owes Sodom and Gomorrah an apology, man. Because ultimately, these guys are way worse than what motherfuckers was doing back then, you know? Come on.
It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16 and verse 16.
Start at 15.
Come. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16 and verse 15. But it is not possible to escape thy hand.
Right now, it is not possible to escape thine hand. Showing you that Yahweh Shemel shall control all the scenarios upon the planet Earth. Because for a lot of niggas, it's going to be impossible for them to escape that. You got it?
For the ungodly that denied to know thee were scourged by the strength of thy arm.
Yes, it says the ungodly that denied to know thee. And again, a part of you denying to know the Lord, you ain't got to say it physically. It's going to be through your actions, man. Something as simple as man, you know, pork bad for you. That shit give you high cholesterol. And you still eat that shit. That's you really denying the Lord, man. All the way up until you deny his image, and ultimately you deny this doctrine, man. That America must be destroyed. You got it?
With strange rain,
With strange rains, come on.
hails, and showers were they persecuted.
Were they persecuted? And that's the spirit how the Lord sent a rain of water. But this time, just because this kingdom is twice as worse, the Lord is going to send a rain of fire. And that rain of fire is going to come in the form of those intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Those different devices are not upon the scene just for a vain thing. No, they're upon the scene to be put in use, especially here in these latter days, man. You got it?
That they could not avoid, and through fire were they consumed.
It says that they could not avoid. Because even when you go into Joel, the 3rd chapter, it says, none shall fall on the sword, and none shall break their ranks. You know? So even if these guys trying to stop the missiles, you know? Joel, the 2nd chapter, you know? The water. When you read Joel, the 2nd chapter, it tells you how these missiles are unstoppable. That's why it's such thing called MAD, mutual area destruction. Because even though Israel, they got the Iron Dome, the U.S. is trying to make this Golden Dome, guess what? How the speed of those hypersonic missiles, it make that trajectory, for the lack of better words, futile, man. Ain't got enough manpower to stop the will of the Lord, really. You know, that was it. You got to,
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh Shemel have not done it? If I may, amen, the trumpet is being blown now, man. Warning you Israelites, you so-called Black, Latino, and Native Americans, you know, you Israelites, that this is about to fly, man. You know, Yahweh Shemel is about to bring a great destruction to America, aka Babylon the Great, man. You know, and that if you don't repent, you're going to be destroyed, man. You know, it's like that.
And it's beautiful, man, because why? They didn't hearken into the sound of the trumpet. You know, brothers ain't out here in vain. We just out here on the street corners talking shit. No, we warning you from Yahweh Shai. You know, we warning you from the upcoming dangers ahead, but a lot of these niggas ain't got the mental capacity to get right with the Lord, man. That's why we gotta say, call Allah Yahweh Shai for giving us the truth, man. You know?
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, starting at verse 3. And the heading says, the coming day of the Lord.
That's it.
It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust.
And that's the spirit. You know, we just read that master the time diligently, but it also says scoffers. Look at that word scoffer. Because here in these latter days, man, it's going to be a certain group of people that will rise up, man. You know, and they're not going to rise up to further the kingdom of heaven. No, they're going to try to rise up to basically push us back. A perfect example, those buffoons over there in Genesis, man. You know, teaching that Gentiles can be saved. You're trying to push Jake back 1,000 years, man. Guys like that is holding back the kingdom of heaven. You got it, huh?
For their word scoffers and pekates, it says in the Strong's definition, a false teacher.
And what?
A false teacher.
A false teacher, man. So even you can go into like, you know, Joel Osteen and T. Jakes. Yeah, we know them niggas off. Even that nigga downtown, Pastor Mike, Pastor PMJ. We know he ain't a man, oh Lord. But what about the ones of the circumcision, man? Bible was trying to get that there shall be many unruly, especially of them of the circumcision. I think it's Titus 1. Read it again, huh? Yes, definition. Okay,
Yeah, back to that definition for scoffers, it says false teacher.
False teacher, man. And again, a lot of those false teachers are the guys that know that they're Israelites. You got it?
Yup, this Titus 1 and 10. For there are many unruly.
Unruly? Niggas acting up. Nigga ain't never had nothing, man. Nigga get a couple dollars, you can see he never been there before. You never been a king even in your past life. Showing you ain't never have nothing, man. You got it.
Vain talkers.
Vain talkers. Niggas just talking smack. He's not doing things for the edification. Now, once you go into the right edification, it goes back into edicare. It's really building you up, man. Because even when you teach, you really build yourself up and you build brothers up around you. That's why you say, hey, you got it. Because I want you to build me up too. You know? That's a part of that labor. But these niggas come around and tear brothers down. By the way of other doctrine. Man, Gentiles, they can be. These niggas ain't even sure what they teach, man. They can be saved. I don't know yet. Niggas sick. They don't have a sure of the doctrine. And the reason why, because the Lord is not dealing with them. You got it?
Like I say too, bro, that's a form you like breaking the bones. At one point, we was completely broken, right? But bones is symbolic unto what? The stabilization, stability. That's what the scriptures for, that what the truth is for. So when you tell our people that the Gentiles can make it, that you're breaking them back down to their statement, which it was before they even heard about the Israelite thing, man. You're saying, telling you that, hey, the Israelites are going to rule forever. And no heathen can come into our inheritance. So when you start to adhere to these false doctrines, you're being broken down spiritually, man. You see, you know? That's all that.
It's like, man, these niggas are likened unto Esau, physicians of no value, man.
That's it.
You know, like you said, they breaking you down, man, bring you back to that mind state of death, man. You know, here it is, the Lord has woken us up from the dust and brought us, giving us His life, man. And you niggas breaking us back down, you know what I mean? But just going back with the brother say, you gotta have the discernment through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah to know who hold basically the living waters, man.
Hold on, you got it.
If I may, back in the office and the brother point up, this is Micah chapter 3, starting at verse 1. And I said, hear I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel. Is it not for you to know judgment?
That's it.
Who hate the good and love?
If I may, it's not for you to know judgment. That's really the will of the Lord. Because judgment is going to come down upon America. Lord willing, even judgment will come down upon us. Even and say whether you be saved or whether you be destroyed. You know, Lord willing, we be saved. But you got to go out.
If I may, going back to that Jeremiah 9 and 24, boasting that you know the Lord. You know, the power of righteousness, judgment, loving kind, paraphrase.
Yeah.
But I may add too, should go to what's the Psalm 137, to execute judgment upon the heathen. That's it. And punishment upon, you know, those who did it wrong. Now the scripture goes into vivid detail about, hey, what the nations did unto us and how they celebrated, right? Lamentations 2 and 15. Hey, they rejoice over us in our downfall. So shouldn't you want some kind of get back for what they have done to you, Jake? But nah, you seeing Jake trying to side with the heathen. Nah, yeah, the kingdom is us, but we want y'all to make it too. We want y'all to be in the same like we in.
No.
What kind of fucking shit is that, man?
Now, if I may, we ain't saying nations ain't gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. Everybody, we all gonna be in heaven, man. But you're gonna be a slave in heaven, man. You know? You gotta go watch the law.
Verse 2, it says, who hate good and love the evil, who pluck off their skin from off of them.
Who pluck off their skin from off of them. And just like the officer was going into, man. We building these people up. We telling you about the true doctrine of Yahweh Shai, and you coming with some BS and you ripping their skin right off of them. Yeah. Now we gotta work twice as hard to, you know, to combat the bullshit that you've been doing. But like now we at the point, man, we just only gathering the elect, man. We ain't finna debate. We ain't finna go back and forth with you because we got truth. You can't debate 2 + 2 = 4 because it's evident. And you can't debate this doctrine because it's going to be evident, man. But again, Jake being in that simple mindset, you know, Jake is fucking sheep a lot of times. Just because you charismatic and you know big words, and niggas will follow you in the darkness, man. But what the scripture say, though the blind lead the blind,
Both shall fall in the pit.
both y'all fall in the pit. Both y'all gonna take the pit. Okay?
And their flesh from off their bones. Who also eat the flesh of my people.
Yeah, how the way you eat the flesh of your people, you really sell them off to Esau. You got it?
And flay their skin from off them. And they break their bones and chop them in pieces.
It's the spirit. The officer just mentioned stability. The brother had the stability. It's the chip Gentiles. They're going into slavery. You know, we are the Israelites. You know? But again, with these false prophets, dude, they come up here and mess everything up, man. While we doing construction, they deconstructing the things that we built. And the reason why, because you niggas comfortable here in this system, man. We doing away with this system, and you guys want this system to stay. Like in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna have a dollar bill, man. In the kingdom of heaven, it's gonna be a skank ring, you know, a McDonald's and shit in the kingdom of heaven. No, we gotta do away with this whole system and start to everything over in a sense of righteousness.
And as flesh within the cauldron.
Then and that cauldron represents America. He wants you to go back into the world, go back into this system. He wants McDonald's to be in the kingdom of heaven, but they got lamb burgers now. Sick, man. You got it.
Then shall they cry to the Lord.
Yeah, then you're gonna cry unto the Lord. You got it.
But he shall not hear them.
And that's why it says, when you read that parable, Lord, didn't we preach and prophesy in thy name? The Lord said, I never knew you. And he said, wait, ye workers of iniquity. A part of you working iniquity is you pushing forth the false doctrine, man. You got it.
He will hide his face from them at that time.
And a part of him hiding their face is talking about this knowledge, this truth, this understanding, what's going on. Because again, when all hell breaks loose, even though Jake might be going to hell physically, we're going to have a peace of mind knowing that the Lord told us what was going to happen. You know, we have a peace of mind knowing that we know the end of the movie. You got it?
As they have behaved themselves ill in their doing.
Yes, you go into that word ill, it means sick. These niggas sick in the mind, bro. And that's why the only solution is the Lord have to, you know, put them down. And that's going to be, Lord willing, man, that's going to be the best situation for you, brother. So now you're going to come into the kingdom of heaven, and ultimately, you're going to be righteousness, man. You know?
I mean, and too, bro, it really stems for you people not knowing your how about Shema Shai. Like the officer mentioned, like your face is your identity. It's how you know someone. Oh, I remember you. That's what the Lord has done to us in these days. And we remember the identity of Yahweh Shema Shai, which comes by the way of this truth. You see? So if you don't know Yahweh Shema Shai, that means that he has pretty much turned his face from you. He has deprived you of certain knowledge and wisdom that leads into your peace. So when you get Jeremiah, the first chapter, I believe, I would get me into the great men, for they have known what the their Lord. Bible shot, name I can find it. The great men. Because the Lord he's speaking actually through like certain men that he has set up, man. And these men understand, they know judgment, they know counsel, they know the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. And this is the Lord speaking to the Israelites, let you know that, hey, this is what is required. And this is what's not required. If you follow this, or you follow that, but what is it going to lead them to? Where it's being destroyed.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5 and verse 5. I will get me unto the great men, and will speak unto them, for they have known the way of the Lord, and the judgment of their power.
Right, and the judgment of their power. The Lord will get unto the great men. There's no, we always go into that word great millstone through the Spirit, you see? So the Lord is speaking to great men through the Spirit to let you know the counsel, will, purpose, and the ultimate judgment of Yahweh Shema Shai. Which you know that the Lord's desire is to destroy America, Babylon the Great. So any philosophy that's in line with this way continue, or then, in a state of prosperity, trying to get some on his side, it's all in vain, man. You really have to hate America in order for you to be saved. You have to hate evil. Why the scripture says that you that love the Lord, you hate evil, man. You hate everything with the society. And when you hate everything, man, now you align yourself with Yahweh Shema Shai. You're not assimilated, you're not with the world, but you're now separate and holy. You see? You're holy through the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. So now you qualify and you lift up in the time of destruction. See?
But these have altogether broken the yoke and burst the bonds.
Yeah. They have broken the yoke and burst the bond. That's the 230s. See it. But here it is. We've been sent for to bind up, to bind up.
Dying testimony.
Yeah. Amongst my disciples. Right. To fix Jake up with the Spirit, like give me the words of truth. But Jake doesn't want to hear because they're so assimilated with America and its ways and philosophy. You see, but we're going back into the East. So if you want to go back home to your original homeland, as you niggas claim of the circumcision, right? You gotta adopt the ways of the East, which a lot of you niggas are offended at, man. So you disqualify yourself from salvation. Okay.
Going back to that Micah 3 and verse 5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shah concerning the prophets that make my people err, that bite with their teeth and cry peace, and he that putteth not into their mouths.
Yeah, and that's the spirit, because them niggas at Genesis Ministries, they don't even teach the destruction coming. They don't even teach about World War III anymore. Their whole concept is what Gentiles can be saved. You know, they don't teach the evils that's coming ahead. Read it again.
It says, thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets that make my people to err.
Yeah, it says the prophets that make my people to err. Because again, this doctrine was meant to build you up, but these niggas are breaking you down, man. They're not telling you about the seal. That was like, you know, Sakari was one of the camps that told about that tiny little device that's going in people's hands, man. Them niggas did away with that because their main focus is Gentiles can be saved. Their main focus is not prophecy, man. You got it?
That bite with their teeth.
Yeah, that bite with their teeth, because bullshit coming out their mouth, man. They devouring you. You got it?
And cry peace.
And cry peace. Because they want you to be in a an American mindset. One thing about an American, man, an American don't worry about nothing. You know, even when you go into like these third world countries, these second world countries, you know, you worry about when you're gonna eat. You know, even when you cook your food, you gotta be patient and things like that. Here in this Western Hemisphere, it's a such thing called a convenience culture. When everything is at your convenience, whether it be food, you know, money, cars, clothes, and hoes, you can get it anytime you want by a touch of a button. But at the same time, when all these things get taken away, what type of mindset these people are going to be in then? You got it?
And he that putteth not into their mouths, they even prepare war against him.
Yeah, you prepare war against him. And a part of you preparing war against Yahweh Shah, you preparing war against his doctrine, man. You know? That's why it says it was many unruly men. Bible wish I go back into that. There are many unruly niggas, man, who teach things they ought not to. You got it?
This is Titus 1 and 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers.
And deceivers, come on.
Especially they of the circumcision.
So there's even special of they that know that they're Israelites, man. They know about the names of Yahweh Shah. Nigga can speak a little Hebrew. You know? You got it?
It says, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses.
Yes, you breaking up households, you got it.
Teaching things which they ought not.
Yes, you teaching things that you ought not, man. Because again, your doctrine is not for the prosperity of Israel. No, your doctrine is really for the prosperity of Eve. That's why Esau gave you that money, man. Not like all of us saying, just because you say Gentiles be saved, the Lord gonna change his mind. Forget that, man. That's gonna make the Lord destroy you niggas even worse, man. Put you down and bring you back up and put you down again in the fire this time. You got it?
Thank you. Micah 3 and 11, you says, the heads that rub judge for reward.
Yeah. You got it out.
That's spirit. Really, when you go into it, as scripture say, 1 Timothy 6, hey, for the love of money is the root of all evil. So it always points back to a bag or a bribe. So you got false leaders set up, really to lead these people straight, because they've been given a certain sense of consolation. They were warring inside for peace. So again, the heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof they teach for hire. Genesis. You can't see by now that these niggas are teaching for hire. You don't think they've been paid off? A blind man, Steve Wonder can see they niggas have been paid off, but you still got niggas who are blind spiritually still following these niggas, man.
And you know this nigga off. Like this nigga Sakari still gotta follow me. That's crazy as hell. You're a known pegger. You a known scam model. You a known freak of dick leak. And this niggas that still, you know, that's conjure behind this fool, man. You know, you gotta do walks a lot.
Yeah, it says, and the priests thereof, hey, they teach for hire. And the prophets thereof, they divine for money. Yet when they lean upon the Lord Yahweh by Shah and say, it is not the Lord among us. None evil can come upon us. Hey, we're written 4 times, real found learning. People gonna repeat the same acts. That's how you know these are the same individuals who deny Yahweh Shah, denied ultimately counsel Yahweh by Shah in times past. And what did it bring forth? Their destruction, man. So they're fulfilling the life of their fathers. You got sellers who was back then, back today, doing the same shit. set out that congregation for a piece of bread. It was Esau, the rich man, the poor man desired the crumbs on the rich man's table. The Lord told that you niggas can get the whole world, the whole pie, right? But you selling for crumbs. Why? Because you niggas don't believe, man.
Hey, even Yahweh Shai. The devil was tipped to him in the kingdom. The Yahweh Shai, meaning the devil brought Yahweh Shai up and saw him all the kingdom. Yahweh Shai seen America. The Lord said, the devil said, hey, if you worship me, you can have all these things. Yahweh Shai basically saying, forget that. Roughly paraphrasing, man. He's going to serve the Father because he knew that it's just only a temporary succession. Nigga give you $500 million. Tomorrow, I bet you ain't going to have $500 million. You're going to spend that shit, man. And all of a sudden, 3 months down the line, now you begging. Now you want to be back in Israel again because you can see that money wasn't worth it, man.
My man, too, bro, because it shows that they don't really believe that America will be destroyed. Because if they did, then their ways would be altered. They wouldn't do the things which they're doing. If they truly believe that America will be destroyed, as the scriptures say so, why would you put your stock into some corner FRNs for digital money for a temporary time? That means you niggas really plan on America to continue. You see? That's so that you niggas don't believe, man. You see?
Hey, you got that real quick. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 56 and verse 10 in the NLT. For the leaders of my people, the Lord's watchmen, his shepherds are blind and ignorant.
Hey, it says his shepherds are blind and ignorant. And when you go into the word ignorant, it means not to know. And that's the spirit. These niggas don't know America's gonna be destroyed. That's the reason why you change. Lord might preserve it in 1,000 years. That's why them niggas start pushing forth the doctrine 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now. Well, I ain't here. Definitely Lord gonna make shit happen. No, man. The time is now, but you niggas are too docile to see it. You gotta read that from the beginning.
This is Isaiah 56 and 10 in the NLT. For the leaders of my people, the Lord's watchmen, his shepherds are blind and ignorant.
You got it?
They are like silent watchdogs that give no warning when danger comes.
It says they're like what? Silent watchdogs. Now when you go into a watchdog, ultimately what he do, somebody intrude upon things or he sees something ahead, it could be something like a boar, it could be something like a bird or something. It could be a squirrel, what's the first? He barking. And you come outside, Jake be like, man, shut, now the dog just doing his job.
Shit.
That's what we're doing spiritually. We're spiritual watchdogs. Everything we see, an article, a brother throw it up there, it could be something simple, a recall on chili peppers. A brother put that up over there, so every little thing, we barking. But you niggas are silent watchdogs. It's a nigga with an AK-47 kicking in the door and the dog just licking. Matter of fact, he been Chico off Friday after next. You feed this nigga a little piece of bologna, he gonna shut up, man. That's what happened. Esau gave you niggas bologna, man, and you sold out from the Lord. You got it, huh?
They love to lie around, sleeping and dreaming.
And that's the spirit, like a dog lying down. The dog ain't doing his job. Sleeping and dreaming. And that's the spirit, the American dream. You got it.
Like greedy dogs, they are never satisfied.
They greedy. Niggas wanted more money. You sick, man. In the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have rich forevermore. In the kingdom of heaven, right, everything really going to be free. Because we got so much money ain't going to even matter, bro. We're going to really understand, like, life is going to matter, man. We ain't going to worry about a couple shekels, this much of gold, or, an ounce of silver, 500 ounces. Make sure you get it. No, man. We're going to be, y'all can have that shit, man, because ultimately, we're going to be having a peace of mind through Yahweh Shai in the kingdom. You got it, Rock.
They are ignorant shepherds, all following their own path.
Yeah, all following their own path. And again, that path is what? The American dream. Come on.
And intent on personal gain.
Yeah, and intent on what?
On personal gain.
On personal gain. So instead of you teaching the doctrine of Yahweh Shai, you teach your own doctrine for what? Personal gain. A couple dollars, man.
G-Wagon.
A G-Wagon. Nigga want, and they don't even make G-Wagons no more. Yeah, Mercedes-Benz. Nigga sick, man. And but guess what? He gotta do that because he put too much on himself. He got 2 wives. He got 12 people in his household, man. He got 12 people in his household, and now he gotta take care of them. In order for him to take care of them, guess what? He gotta sell out. And you niggas know you wrong. You know your end goal is gonna be destruction. You know, but we telling you that this shit because we really care for, you know, us rebuking you niggas, we really care for you, man. So y'all just some haters. We just trying to get some views. No, bro, we care for the flock, man. Because in the kingdom of heaven, your head gonna be down, man. You know? You gotta go back with your head. And then we're gonna go back with your head.
Yep, this Titus 1 and verse 11.
Read that again from the top.
Come, Titus 1 and verse 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision.
So that's the ones that know about the truth. Come on.
It says, whose mouths must be stopped.
Yeah, your doctrine that you teaching, the Lord gotta stop that shit. You got it?
Who subvert whole houses,
Yep.
teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake.
For what?
Filthy lucre's sake.
Going back into their own personal gain. You get, it's easy to buy a nigga, man, but it's hard to buy integrity, man. You got it?
It says, one of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said the creatures are always liars.
Not always liars. This nigga say, I ain't get paid. But he lied. You lied to the Holy Spirit, nigga. You got it?
Evil beasts.
Evil beast, because you're in the beastly mindset. You only hold those 5 senses. Well, it's touch, smell, see, hear, and taste, man. You know, you only carry those 5 senses, but the 6 and 7 sense with that wisdom and understanding, you can't get into it, man. You got it?
Yep. And it says slow bellies.
Slow bellies mean what? You slow of mind. You spiritually retarded. You got it?
This witness is true. Wherefore rebuke them sharply.
Wherefore what?
Rebuke them sharply.
Get on them niggas. Come on.
That they may be sound in the faith.
That they may be sound in the faith, man. Now we're not telling you niggas that come on the great millstone. No, man, we telling you niggas to preach the doctrine so you won't lead other people astray. Right. That's what it's all. And niggas telling some niggas trying to make it like a sect thing. Going back to that nigga Alizar. He made Sakari into a sect thing, like we Sakari. We some gangsters up here. Not knowing, man, we make this thing about Yahweh Shai. We make this thing about the scriptures and the prophecies. Because we even give brothers their props. 1 man, no, 2 men I give their props to. You know, the priest, Zabak, he's still teaching, he still do his thing. He don't go outside his limits. And I give a little props to Captain Tazaria. Even when he teach, he don't even go outside his limits. He teach to actually further the word of Israel. But you go into these other niggas, man, they just bullshit. You sin across the corner from Adam 22. What you even doing in that situation? You should be amongst great men. But you near a man that's a mo. I ain't gonna go there, but a mo. You got
one for you. It's Malachi 3 and verse 18. It says, then shall you return and discern between the righteous and the wicked.
Yeah, you discern between what? The righteous and the wicked. You got it? Yeah.
Between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not.
Yeah, it said between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not. And again, bro, if you serving the Lord, again, it's about the doctrine, it's even about the actions, man. Then because the ones that truly serve Yahweh Shai will not sell out. And ultimately lead the people astray because again, it's bigger than you getting a couple dollars. Now you getting a couple dollars to lead people to the slaughterhouse. You getting a couple dollars to destroy the nation of Israel, man. You don't really care for the flock, you don't really care for the people. You know, real quick, that was it on that?
I'm gonna add to you. It's like I was dealing with the leading sheep astray. Like you can be teaching 98% of the truth, but when you come across the MOTB, being the mark of the beast, chip, right? And you said that's not it, but it's what saturated bowl zero, sleeping white women. That's you leading the sheep off course unto destruction. So what we're promoting is 100% truth. We have no lies at Great Millstone pertaining to the doctrine that leads on the light. So yeah, you can be teaching like everything accordingly, right? But when it comes to the chip, you got a lot of niggas got a problem with that now. They got a problem with the mark of the beast being the fucking chip. Why? Why is that? Why is that so hard to see in these times as we're going digital? You know, especially when you understand the counsel of Esau, how he's trying to get his birthright back. Well, what a Larry plan could this man come up with to allow him to try to attain that? Well, evidently, this man wants to pretty much trap you niggas into taking their chips. You can be perpetual slave. And it goes back into the law. Deuteronomy, right? You should bore, you know, if you don't want to leave your master, he should bore you in your ear. Well, the modern day bore is a chip, man. Did you see? The deals of the altar, water. So if your prophet teacher's not warning you of that, then they're a false prophet. It doesn't matter how much truth they teach. That's what we're pushing the great millstone.
And the Spirit, Lord, setting up for Ezekiel in the 33rd chapter. He didn't tell you knew that a prophet had been a monkey. Because he didn't like the elders change. I know ISUPK changed it a couple times. They changed to a white woman. They changed to sin. Them niggas even said Solomon and Paul had the mark of the beast, man. Niggas, you can tell that nigga General Hunter, man, he just shoot from the hip. I'm be honest, man, I ain't seen General Hunter in about 3 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen General Hunter about 3 years.
I saw him recently going to that Iran thing.
Okay, yeah.
I did first time I saw him in a minute.
Yeah, but it's hot now. He only come on special occasions.
Yeah.
Simple, man.
Set up, man.
Set up, man. You got a point.
If I may, just going back in the officer point up, what it said, a little leaven is spoil the whole lump.
Beautiful.
So if it ain't the 100% truth, it's a lie. You know, what's that Acts 20 and 26, we have not shunned to declare the full gospel unto you. You know, from the top to the bottom, beginning with our apostle and elders telling you everything from the great issue to the MOTB to the destruction. So if you ain't telling the whole truth, man, you're a liar, and the Lord gonna destroy you for that. Just like
Beautiful point, huh?
I think just to add to your point about the sellouts, you know, because that happened with Eleazar, where they try to get him to eat the pork, man. You know, but this 2 Maccabees 6 and verse 18, it says Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and of a well-favored countenance.
Yep. That's like an honorable man, somebody who's up-ranking, who's charismatic, and who people follow him. You got it.
Yep. It says, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh, but he choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination.
Yeah, and it's really just a integrity, man. Because he don't have a stain on your reputation. Because even if you got, let's say even if you got like a reputation now, hey, in the eyes of the Lord, we got reputations generations ago, man. Yeah. Even from day one, we got a reputation from the Lord. Yeah, he known for this. You know, so if a nigga sold out back then, he gonna sell out now. But if a man had integrity back then, he's gonna have even more integrity now.
Your point, you can't buy integrity. You can buy a nigga, but you can't buy integrity. But continuing on, it says, he spit it forth and came of his own accord to the torment. Came of his own to the torment.
So basically, that's like the spirit of the three holy children.
Yeah.
Now you can kill me, but let it be known, nigga, I ain't bowing down to you, man. In spirit, like, it's easier said than done, man. It's gonna be a point. Lord gonna call you up on it. You swear you hard and you one west into the death and all that shit. The Lord is gonna call you upon that, man. He gonna call all of us upon that. And everybody gonna have their hour of temptation, man. But these niggas don't take the ways of Yahweh Shemawashai serious. That's why destruction is gonna come upon you, man. You sick, man.
I'm gonna add to bro. It goes into like how you got a lot of people who are they so short-sighted that they can't see but are far off to the kingdom. So they're not able to endure the short period of time of temptation in which your life is on the line. Brother brought out Eleazar. All right, he understood that, hey, if I do this, if I maintain my integrity in this short moment of time, there's going to be a great reward in the future. So Eleazar is back now, not looking to be destroyed, but to look to be saved. See? So we ain't a lot of Lord. Please keep that vision within us. Because without that vision, we're going to perish, man. That's what gives us the strength, knowing that this ain't the end all be all. There's a thing called reincarnation. We don't just die and just dissipate into the air or just go to hell or some shit like Christian church. We know that we come back in our life. And like somebody mentioned earlier, we don't want to come back to the kingdom of heaven with our heads down. We're thinking about, damn, what would just hell on a little bit longer when that trial was put up on me, when I failed. Now I gotta look at the Lord in shame, like, damn, I fucked up. A lot of people gonna feel that way, man. They don't see it now because they don't have the vision, but they're gonna feel that when that toxic comes about. You know what I'm saying? So the things that are written will come to light. We just gotta maintain and believe the hope that was given to us through this testimony. Therefore, we can pretty much endure these trials and tribulations. that's ultimately going to put the comfort. Y'all got it.
If I may make a quick point right quick, backing up Alpha's statement and what the big brother brought out, Yahweh Shai too has brought out when Satan tempted him, showed him all the kingdoms. Yahweh Shai knew that those kingdoms were temporal. So he was looking toward the end goal, and that's the same state we should be in, the author and finisher of our faith, you following him, right? But if I may, just backing up Alpha's point about they're going to be ashamed, this Micah chapter 3 starting at verse 6. Therefore night shall be unto you, that ye shall not have a vision, and it shall be dark unto you, that ye shall not divine. And the sun shall go down over the prophets, and the day shall be dark over them.
Yeah, matter of fact, you get Proverbs 4, 18, Bible. Because pretty much, these same prophets who were darkened in times past, the Lord took that light from, and well, guess what? They're back here today. And pretty much, they were instead of not seeing them for all, right? So when you look at the council, you get a prophet. If they're not teaching about prophecy, if they're not constantly talking about, what's to come instead of what's now, it was the 7th chapter, these are not truly sent by Yahweh Shai.
This Proverbs 4 and verse 18, it says, but the path of the just is as the shining light.
Yeah, the just represents the elect, those who are justified by Yahweh Shai. It's as the shining light, because we have what the testimony of Yahweh Shai, which is what? Hey, the spirit of prophecy. You got it?
It says, that shineth, so like, if I may, I'm going to start from the top. It says, Proverbs 4 and 18, but the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day.
Right, because we have a more sure where the prophecy went. So when prophecy buzz forth, it's like, it's no denying it. Like when the light shines upon something, it can be a little dim at first, but as the light grows, like when the sun that arises, everything is exposed. The same thing with this testimony. So now everything is made clear. You should be able to be able to discern, what's going on in the earth. Because what we're saying through the Holy Spirit is coming to light. Yeah.
It says the way of the wicked is as darkness.
Right, the way of the wicked is as darkness. See? So it should be as unto night unto those who are outside of the mercy of Yahweh Shai. They can't see afar off. Okay.
It says they know not at what they stumble.
They don't even know how they're stumbling, man. They don't know that they're erring as far as guiding the sheep in the right direction. But the Lord set up with stumbling blocks. With Esau was 2 Corinthians 4th chapter. The God of Israel have blinded the minds of them which believe not. You see, so Esau, the Lord set up Esau to facilitate you things with lust, riches, vain hope, basically. To keep you niggas from pretty much seeing them for all. Therefore you're leading those who follow you into destruction as well, man.
Yeah,
Kind. Back to that Micah chapter 3 and verse 7. Then shall the seers be ashamed, and the diviners confounded. Yea, they shall all cover their lips, for there is no answer of the Most High.
So basically, prophecy, it consumes false prophecy. What the Lord says, it's going to pretty much disapprove of your false message. And as the scripture goes into, Isaiah, I think that's 40 or 45, it says, those who believe in Yahweh Shai should not be ashamed and confounded. See, because, when you believe in what the Lord has spoken, then now you won't be like, nah, but damn, I thought it was going to be this. But actually being what the hell, it actually being like a famine. All right, it actually being a society collapse. I never thought that this would come, but the fact that you just denied the message, you told us another path, now you're going to experience those sudden calamities in the form of you being like, confounded. Like, damn, we weren't expecting it. But yeah, the Lord's preparing our minds to be prepared for the downfall of America. Therefore, we can hope in something that is not seen. Okay?
Verse 8. But truly I am full of power by the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shai, and of judgment and of might, to declare unto Jacob his transgression and to Israel his sin.
Right, so what is that power? That power goes to the word of Yahweh Shai. It's not of us. We ain't got no fucking strength, man. All we have is a word of truth. The truth within itself is bringing down America battling the Greek, whether you believe it or not. You got little pockets of men who are declaring the truth across the four winds of the earth, beginning right here in America, in which what we speak is actually flourishing. It's coming to light. We spoke about the famine brewing. We spoke about World War III brewing. We spoke about the chip brewing. What you're starting to see is these things blood forth. See, that's Lord validating, the man in which he is sick. So now, if you have the proper discernment, you should be able to see like, damn, at this point the light is so fucking bright, I can't deny that, what they're saying is true. You should be able to see clearly now, But a lot of Jakes choose to shut their eyes and close their ears, and which by doing that, you're doing nothing more than deny salvation.
In Jeremiah 28 and verse 7, nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thy ears, and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me, and before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries, and against great kingdoms, of war, and of evil, and of pestilence.
Yeah, so, when the Lord speaks, more times than not, man, it's not going to be a message of peace. It's not going to be a message of prosperity, but it's going to be in the form of a warning. Ezekiel 3 and 17 fulfills it. It says, matter of fact, can you grab that real quick? But we know it, but it might be someone out there who doesn't know how the Lord gets down. You might be just coming to this thing, really ignorant of how the Lord operates in the earth and what he says to the prophets for.
This is Ezekiel 3 and 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Yep.
Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Yeah, so give them warning from me. This is what the prophet was set up for us. Your brother brought out Jeremiah 28 verse 8. What are we warning you about? Evils, wars, and pestilences. So what does that mean for the future? It's only going to become worse and worse. Bad times will increase. What is that, Ezekiel 75? And evil.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, verse 5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come.
So it's signifying that there's only evil coming. There is no peace to America. So basically, as the Lord equates these times that we're in on the birth pains, well, they intensify. You starting to see that right now. The whole situation with the state of the news being cut off, and the oil supplies being diminished. Now you got the supply and demand issue right now. So, hey, $200 barrel oil that we're going into, that's going to equate to like, what, $12 a gallon? That's going to have other effects. It'll be like a domino effect for the economy. So like now you got to think about transportation, the trucks and maybe food to be stored. Food going up, right? Bishops should be some good food on the earth. They should think themselves being good case. Matter of fact, let's grab that.
Yep, going back to Jeremiah 28 verse 9, it says the prophet was prophesied of peace. When the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him.
Right, so if you read, Ezekiel 33, I think 33, is that it? When these things come to pass, and then so you know that a prophet was appointed. You're going to find out that the man who was prophesying about the hard times, evil, societal collapse, pestilences, the famine. We're always going through the famine, right? These are the men who are really harking on those issues that are coming to America. And why do we do that? So you consider and retreat back into your how about you shot for protection. That's the only way you're going to be able to make an ID said parable.
Yep. Going back, if I may, 2nd Ezra 16, if I may start at 18. Yep, matter of fact, 17. This 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 17, it says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?
Right, and Ezra was seeing a vision of the future. And what was he looking towards to? These signs that we're in now. You see? Who would deliver me in those days? Meaning that he knew that reincarnation was, it was a thing, right? He knew that he would come back. The like Job mentioned, with my body, with my eyes, I shall see my Savior. So reincarnation is a real thing. So he knew that he would be in the latter days going through these experiences that he was briefed about through the angel.
Hey, real quick, I got that word woe for you.
Yeah.
That word woe in the Western dictionary, it says a condition of deep suffering from misfortune, affliction, or grief.
Yep. Affliction and grief. That's what the Lord brings to the earth.
Woo! That's it.
Affliction and grief. What does it say that it ain't difficult? For many great mysteries shall be done to them that in the latter time they shall dwell in the world. Why? Because they have walked in great pride. This is the time to consider us to the point from Esau's system, man. You see that? Because if not, then now you gotta suffer these plagues. But Ezra was like, hey, woe is me. Who shall deliver me from these days? Woe goes to also destruction.
Quick precept. This is Habakkuk chapter 3.
Yep.
And I starting at verse 1. If I make it in NLT. Yeah, it's Habakkuk 3 and 1 in NLT. Habakkuk's prayer. This prayer was sung by the prophet Habakkuk. I've heard all about you, Lord Yahweh Shema Shah. I am filled with awe by your amazing works.
By me, he says that shows you that Habakkuk understood the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. So he knew what to pray for. Keep that, you gotta know what to pray for in this time. You gotta know that the will of the Most High is to destroy America. You can't be praying for this place to bounce back or you to get your old life back. You can't be doing that shit, man. No, you gotta be hastening, for the destruction. But at the same time, praying to be preserved. You got it.
It says, I am filled with awe by your amazing works. In this time of our deep need, help us again as you did in years gone by.
Right, help us again as you did in years by. Right? The Lord always, throughout the second chapter, who the Lord despised, whoever called upon, look at generation of old. And the Lord has never despised anyone, man, who has called upon the spirit of truth. So when a lot of Habakkuk asking for mercy in the time of wrath, we see what the Most High is sending the stage for, nukes be shot in America. Look what's going on in Iran, man. They raining down on Israel. You know what I'm saying? Destroying different pockets of the city. Hey, that's coming to America.
Yeah, if I may, that's the spirit. Yeah. They even attacking different military bases.
Yeah.
You know, we're showing you the ones who they really targeting them, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because America, they military stretched too thin, right? They did that so they can conquer the different pockets of the earth. But it's backfiring. Now they basically getting hit and shit. And the American military is being weakened, man.
Hey, if I may add on that too, the spirit, because I think them niggas running out of missiles. They running out of return fire. So after a period of time, you can't be proud no more.
Right.
It's either two things. Either you're going to surrender or you're going to let the soldiers die. And you already know what Esau going to do.
Because a wise, military strategy defeats the strength of the military.
That's it.
Yep.
And that's how Alexander came.
Right. You got it.
Come. It says, and in your anger, remember your mercy.
Yeah, in your anger. What is the Most High's anger conclude of? Hey, the nukes, man. Revelation 15th chapter, and these are filled up the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shah. Let's talk about the missiles. Yeah, that was created by Yahweh Shema Shah, but he put the spirit on scientists to make these things to forward his wrath towards America. That's why he says, shoot at her and spare no arrow. He's talking to the different kings of the nation. As you see talk of North Korea, everybody got a fucking issue with America. Why is that? Because the Lord exposed America, set this place up for destruction. You see?
Yep. Going back, 2 Ezra 16 and verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death.
The beginning of famine and great death. 2 Ezra 16 and 22 goes into that. For many that dwell upon earth shall perish in famine. You see? Yeah.
It says, the beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Yeah, so what shall I do when these evils shall come? Well, we have the answer. We know that Yahweh Shah was set to facilitate salvation on behalf of those who gravitated to this word of truth, man. You see? A lot of people don't know what peace is at. They don't know that, hearkening to this truth heads you up and gives you divine protection in times of the coming, in the time of the famine, as the brother brought out. There's going to be a mass famine in America, man. All your resources dried up. You're starting to see inflation go up, right? but it's only going to intensify. So how much more when the stores are empty and people are robbing and looting one another for the lack of bread and dying of famine right in the streets? Well, the Lord says in his servants, they're going to eat.
I got this for y'all. Come, this is the book of Isaiah. Here we go. Isaiah 65, verse 13. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord, power, behold, my servant shall eat.
Yeah, my servant shall eat. Those who turn back into Yahweh Shema Shai, that's a great favor that will be shown when everybody else is fucking assed out to the point of where they eating their children. You might have children, but y'all can be fed, so you won't have to resort to doing those type of measures, man. Okay?
But ye shall be hungry.
But you gonna be hungry, man. Your ass will be left out. Why? Because you despise knowledge. You despise truth. So, you see, so you didn't take heed to the warning. You didn't think these things were going to pass. But you should understand that the words of Yahweh Shema Shai are faithful and true. See, God?
Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
So the niggas really looking for peace. Especially in the time of those evils, they're going to be looking for peace, man. So you're going to see the elect rejoicing because they're going to be taken care of. That's what Yahweh Shema Shai has promised. Protection, peace. Just because you suffer on behalf of my name in this short period of time right now, as you're turning your back against the world, and you're pretty much condemning the world because you desire peace, you desire righteousness, right? Well, the reward for that is that, well, the Lord can preserve you and give you what you need to sustain you in a time of evil, man. You know? Revelation 3 and 10 goes to that. What you got?
Real quick, if I may, got one for you. Psalms 91 and verse 9. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Right, read it again, huh?
Come, Psalms 91 and verse 9. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation.
Yeah, so what is that refuge? Proverbs 18 and 10. You know, just to get a precept to line up with that. Proverbs 18 and 10. Go get it.
You got it on
This is Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 10. It says, the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, is a strong tower.
Right.
The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
Right. So when you elevate it, right, that's the name of the Lord. The name Yahweh Shema Shai elevates you from danger by giving you the proper wisdom and also in that debate, divine intervention. So when you're on a high tower, you're not really concerned about what's going on below you because that's where all the trouble is at. So when you elevate, can't nobody reach you. The trouble ain't gonna be able to reach you like that. That's embodied to you walking to this truth. You see? So it says, shall no evil touch you.
Yep, it says, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Yeah, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling, man. Right? Because really, the plagues were created for the wicked. Was it Sirach 40, verse 10, I believe, verse 9? Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, these things were created for the wicked. And for their sakes came the flood, man. So when you in your house shine, that clears you up from the sin perils, those death angels that you read about, right? That makes you acceptable in the sight of Yahweh Shema Shai. Well, let's get out of here.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 4. It says, well, the word of a king is there. It's like Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing.
Right, so whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing. And that's simple. The commandment is to believe on Yahweh Shai, on the Lord is sent. Is it St. John 6:28? You see? What should we do to work the works of the Most High? Well, we shall believe on him and whom he hath sent. Right? So by you hearkening to Yahweh Shai, that's you keeping the commandment. And that comes to you abiding within his testimony. Yeah. Now you're a seal, pursuant to what Ephesians 1 and 13. You see, you're a seal from Satan because you believe this gospel. Right? Now you're although you got sins accumulated from this lifetime, times before, in which the Lord's getting ready to pay your ass back with judgment. But since you believe, now You have been given a clean slate. The Lord has cast your sins to the depths of the sea. You see? That's what you want in these times with your mercy, man. But Jake doesn't get it. See?
I got some real quick. This is the book of Proverbs 1:24-6. It says, "Blessed be the Lord who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth."
Right. So the Lord is not giving us as a prey into his teeth. But we know that Esau is a sword, right? We know that he is that devouring, that young lion that's looking to devour us. And he controls Esau. But he's going to see him against what? The hypocritical nation. Isaiah the 10th chapter. You know, to take the spoil, to take the prey. To devour Jake down. That's allotted to what? 2/3. Those who are not dismissed. So when the time of trouble comes in and we see these devils going to be given a go-ahead to really attack Jake, the Lord, you know, who said chain from Esau? You know, they need dog loose on the time of martial law, whatever. All right, they're going to have a field day with Jake, man. Scripture goes into that should be like madman sparing none. Still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. But on the other hand, you're going to have the elect who will be protected, heads up, you know, from the sin powers. That's the scripture say so. That's what you want, man. You don't want Esau to have his fucking way with you, man. They got torture camps, experimental camps, you know, that they're getting ready for Jake for, man. Like, it's like, you niggas don't really understand, like, the seriousness of what you're involved with. Here it is, you are Israelite. By default, you're proclaiming that you are the chosen, and Esau is not. You're saying that you want your birthright back. It's your birthright, matter of fact.
Yeah.
And that he lied. You know, that's what you say when you proclaim something Israel. So it says in Isaiah 59:15, you did the prophet evil, you make yourself a prey. See? You're a prey on Esau. So he set up a stage that's going to allow himself to try to eradicate Jake, man. You see? That's how serious this thing is. And it's coming down to that point. As you got, you know, they set it there for terrorists. You had that Jake, he stabbed somebody. I forget, I don't know if y'all saw the story. They had this Jake looking dude who was saying he was inspired by ISIS. Somebody probably looking at him.
I think I'm listening.
You know what I'm talking about?
I got you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, they're making Jake the face of terror. You know what I'm saying? That's the accused of the brother. So when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, you know the Hebrew Israelites are going to be thrown to that category as things intensify. And that's going to be a great accusation. You're going to have tear attacks, certain places being blown the fuck up. But who's going to be the blame for it? Just like Nero. It was the Christians who did this shit. It was the Israelites, basically. So you got to be ready for persecution and all that shit.
I got that for you real quick. The article. It says, an article from ABC 7, it says, men who brought explosive to New York protests said they were inspired by Islamic State complaint.
Nigga said he brought explosive, bro.
I got it in my bag.
Yeah.
To the police.
Like, come on, who does this type of shit, man? What kind of Jake does this type of shit? Jake don't know how to make no fucking bomb, man. So we see what Esau is doing. So what do you have to expect? You have to expect venues being blown up, certain gathering events being blown up on certain holidays, right? And Christian spheres within America battling the great. Therefore, now there's devils that pretty much accuse, you know, a certain group of people who are categorized according to these certain lots, man. You see? That's some secret waves and war against those who keep the commandments of Yahweh Shema Shai and his testimony.
And if I may, because niggas was a crisis actor. And that's all the works of Esau, man. Just so he can push for this NWO.
That's it.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, this 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 7. It says, for there should be in every place and in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They should be like madmen sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Yeah, so those who fear the Lord is also talking about the Israelites. The Israelites are the only ones who really fear the Lord, man. See? So the insurrection is going to be upon those who are deemed as a threat to society. Because we know that Esau, again, is that accused of the brother. So he's building up an accusation, a false case against the just. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to it, the narrative being built, when now you got everyone vouching for it, see people be taken up, rounded up. Hey, you got to go have mercy on them. It's gonna be worse than 7 AD. It's gonna be worse than 7 AD.
You know what I mean? That's why they got that red list, blue list, you know, and all that. Pretty much trying to label people on who they can re-educate, and like the officer going into who really gonna be a problem to society, man. And whoever on that, you know, they categorized by colors. Either you get thrown in the concentration camps to get re-educated and thrown back in society, or you gonna get put to death, man.
But you know what determines that now? It's technology. It's digital AI.
Oh, yeah.
It's able to determine like what you like, what you don't like, what you're interested in, how much you watch this videos, how much, you know what I'm saying? It already got you to the category. That's a modern day red list and blue list.
That's that cunning hunter.
Yeah, that's that cunning hunter, man. And he got AI to do all this dirty work. So it's like you watching great meal songs. You think you behind the scenes, you're not seeing the shit, but they keep track of time on how much you watch, how many videos you watch. You say, I ain't like nobody's videos, man. I know they don't see me. No, the thing is that Esau knows your interest by the way of AI technology. Therefore, by default, your ass on the fucking list. Everybody's on this, man. So you got a phone, and you certain shit, you're on a certain list. Next thing, what you ask is a non-threat or a threat, man.
That's why you got
the IPS addresses. You know, IP addresses, things like that.
You at, man?
You know what videos you watch, but I got some real quick to bag y'all up. This is the book of Revelations 12, verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
Yeah, so all this shit that's going on is really stemmed from Esau, the dragon, which is the ancient Roman Empire, being pissed off at the woman, which you know to be Israel, true Israelite, right? And it says that the nigga went to make war with the remnant of her seed. They keep the commandments and have what? The testimony of Yahushua. The testimony of Yahushua condemns Esau. See that? And they know that through those names, Yahweh and primarily Yahushua, because he's the entry point, right? That we have departed from iniquity. So this is who he's out, because he knows that if we are able to cry out, what is Isaiah the 19th chapter? It's a cry unto the Lord because of their oppressor. And then he shall send them a savior, a great one, and he shall deliver. Esau knows the scriptures. He knows that that's talking about America, modern day Egypt. You see? So there's a sense of urgency with Esau because he knows that he has but a short time to fulfill his desire of world domination and to eradicate those who are speaking out concerning his condemnation. 2 Thessalonians 2nd chapter. Esau knows that that's him, man. Then shall that wicked, then shall that wicked be revealed, and whom the Lord shall destroy when the brightness is coming. That's done by the mouth of prophets. So you see who's open threat. You got it, bro.
If I may, just going back into the prophets, he can't get his new world order while we out here on the highways and byways.
Yeah.
We warning people about the sea hill. We telling them that he's the devil. So in order for him to really get his shit off the ground, he gonna try to eliminate us, man. You know, and that's a tale that's all this time. Just like Yahushua. Yahushua was speaking against their Roman Empire, and they had to try to eliminate him because he had a big movement. The Christians, you know what I'm saying? It is if you have got one flame.
My man, you just had to officer point. Stop me saying it. Stop.
I said, yeah,
I'm scared of too. Like I was going to, man, like even when you go back to Esau and Jacob, how did Esau comfort himself? You know, by saying that I'm gonna slay my brother Jacob, man. This is how this man resorted to comfort his spirit. Because he had lost a birthright, my brother, you know, the days of the morning my father's hand. They didn't want to slay my brother Jacob. So this is what this man has is continued to try to do even to this day. That's why Romans 15:4 say the things that were in the foretime were real for our life.
This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow.
Yeah, if I may say, this is the inward thoughts of Esau. They were the top elite. This is how they counsel with each other concerning us. All right, that remnant, keep the commandments and the testimony of Yahushua. Yeah.
Nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice.
Yeah.
For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
Right, so their strength comes from them establishing laws that are designed to try and stop this world from going out, right? To stop themselves from their condemned. Because they got this thing going with free speech. You got these radicals online and all this stuff that they talk about. That's all really sitting around them being condemned. They're trying to stop the testimony of Howard Shop from going on. So they establish laws to deny free speech. Yeah.
It says, therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous.
See, they're lying in wait because he's a cunning hunter. They're waiting for the perfect moment to pounce on the prey. That's why they set up these different scenarios to justify themselves into doing it. Yeah.
Because he is not for our turn.
Right, so we're talking about the kingdom of heaven. We're not for this current time. See, we have escaped America. You know what I'm saying? And the traps Esau laid up for us. These false religions and all that bullshit. You know, we're not of the same kind as the rest of our people. We see a far off. We have a higher expectation pertaining to the scripture. Yeah.
And we not sellouts.
Right. Yeah, we're not sellouts, man. Yep.
And he is clean contrary to our doings.
Right, so we're clean, contrary to Esau's doing. So when he established, you know, that shit to be wicked and filthy. But we disdain from that shit. You know? Whether it may be adultery, we got the adulterous music, Trey Songz, you know, Mr. Skin Your Girl, R. Kelly, sleeping with the same girl, all that. That shit used to trigger us back when we was in the world, like, damn. You know? Used to play in your mind and all this shit, you know, selling drugs and all that bullshit, man. But now we understand that all this shit was just wicked. And we depart from those ways, those seductive avenues of deceit by the way of seducing your flesh, by the way of music, entertainment, you know what I'm saying? You can't seduce it with sports anymore. You got the white and black. I used to watch Remember the Titans.
Yeah, come.
Yeah, man. This shit was like a phone bomb. Yeah. I ain't never seen my daddy cry to you about that movie. I'll never get this. They were like a bun in the morning. They was playing your mind with these different movies and shit, man. Yeah. Well, you like, damn, man, that's my brother right there, man. You don't care if he's white, no, that's my brother. You know, nah. But this
leading you away to destruction, man. You know, even they got that movie Sunlight. That was a good one too. Just all bunch of kids coming together and shit like that. You know, but again, it's that media that actually diverts people's mind and think like this shit is wrong, but it's really not, man.
yeah.
You know, diverts, man.
But, you know, that's a testament of the spirit, how powerful the spirit of Yahweh Shemashai is, because, yeah, we can watch the same sports now and not be affiliated or have affection towards an Edomite. You know what I'm saying? Where the time passed, we're trying to get together in that civil rights spirit, you know, let us all come together and be one. But when the Lord introduces that spirit of rulership, where you're supposed to be dominating these Edomites, you don't give a fuck how good this nigga is to you, man, or what you watch. Or they're enjoying chapter against Jacob now. See? So you can't fucking seduce the elect, man. We know that rulership is what we desire. We know that rulership is the most high desire. You Edomites are first on the list as far as your ass been put in slavery. Give them $1 million, nigga. I want to put your ass in slavery. You can't buy us out, man.
Precept. This is Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Yeah, that's why they're trying to seduce Jake, these different movements and shit, you know. But that ain't working on the elect, good.
If so, thou shalt be able to profit. If so, thou mayest prevail.
Right, so Esau's enchantments don't work with the elect, because it's the elect who are going to be saved. So the truth is going to conquer all lies. Everything Esau throwing out and dish out to you. All right, we go to the scripture prove that shit was off. But we believe in the scriptures. So by default, the Lord is vouching for the elect. And that's Esau being uncovered, basically, because now the light is being shown upon him. His deception is not working anymore. Now the whole world is going to see what this man is really all about. And they just straight wicked. Okay.
Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels.
Yeah, what can we come up with next to get Jake trapped in a snare, you know? Got the NBA, got the NFL, yeah. But what else can we do? You know? What else can we present unto Jake? Because even with the COVID thing, you had the niggas rapping and shit. Rapping about taking the jab.
Backstep thing.
Yeah, backstep. Oh yeah, juvenile. Yeah.
Sick.
And you saw pay your ass out to lead your people to destruction. You can't push that to the elect. You're not gonna. And people are starting to see that, man. Esau is losing his wisdom. That shit is like watered down now. This is simply watered down. Like, damn, this is the best you can come up with now? You know, you gotta...
Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Right. So that like the brother mentioned, the Chaldeans, you know, the warlocks of ancient times past. Well, hey, look here, man. You got them today in modern day Babylon the Great. These are the people who cast enchantments during certain times of the year. You know, you had the 6 planetary alignments, the blood moon. You know, these are days used by these elites to cast spells upon the people.
And if I may, even yesterday, Friday the 13th.
Oh,
That's a wicked holiday, elites.
Yeah.
May 1st, that's the day that's coming up too.
Man, if I may add too, because I be working, I be at different convenience stores, and then later she would tell me that she got a relative that he avoids Friday 13th altogether because every time they come around, if he do some shit, there's always some bad shit happen. Man, I feel what she said. She was like a family member died one year, another one died next year. You know, he said, I'm gonna stay in a fucking room with you. And not even celebrate. So yeah, I mean, these are champs that goes out. You know, from Esau on these particular days, man. Yep.
Come. It says, behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame.
Yeah, so that fire, as we know, man, going to the nuclear destruction. That's pinpointing what American Babylon the Great, that's what that whole chapter is really going into. The virgin daughter of Babylon, see? So they're not going to be able to stop the nukes from coming. You got a new world order, right? You want to put everybody on subjection by the way of Nicaragua and Chip. But you can't stop missiles from coming down America. Even though you got what is it, Golden Dome?
You know, Golden Dome.
See what happened to Iran, the Iron Dome, this shit got penetrated. This ain't gonna happen to America.
Hey, Spirit, she's gonna open her quiver to every arrow.
Oh yeah, I love that.
You know, Spirit like a bride got a chastity belt kind of iron and shit like that. Yeah. There's a lot of love. Break that lock open, man. And give this bride all the ride she needs, man. Hey, the keys into hell.
She can't help herself.
Yeah, she can't.
Harley can't help herself.
Yeah, I was had they keep here on lock the destruction, man. By the way the prophecy was playing, you can't stop prophecy, man. So what's gonna happen according to scripture is gonna play out in real life. So the best thing for you Israelites to do is consider and repent. Stop following these fucking Israelite camps, man. It mean you no good. You see right now that trouble is increasing. And eventually your eyes are gonna be pretty much turned completely under prophecy. How do I escape this situation? How do I, you know what I'm saying? How do I be saved? Like basically. But you're not gonna have the answers, man. You don't want to be too late to wait. You can't find the answers. The answers are right here.
I got something real quick. Because this is the book of Proverbs 23, and I'm gonna start at verse 26. I'm gonna get it in NLT. It says, my son, give me your heart. May your eyes take delight in following my ways.
You got it right.
Kind, that's really following the ways of righteousness, man. Follow the ways of this doctrine, because ultimately what it leads unto life. That's why you should delight in it. But continuing on, it says a prostitute is a dangerous trap. A promiscuous woman is a and a promiscuous woman is as dangerous as falling into a narrow well. Basically saying a whore is a deep ditch, man. Because ultimately, if you have your mindset of an American, or basically your mindset of this world, you basically put your mind in the ditch. And it's hard to get out of the ditch without a ladder, man. That's like the Lord saving you from this wicked mindset, or you saving a sheep from getting out the ditch, and saving the sheep from getting out the pit. As soon as you get him out the pit, this nigga dive right back in. Ultimately, that means what? He don't want to be saved, man. You know, a lot of these niggas who go back into the world, or who change the doctrine for worldly sakes, the reason why they do it because they don't want to be saved. That's why the scriptures say, throw not your prayers before swine, because ultimately they're going to go back into it. And also it says, as a dog returns back into his own vomit. You know, so again, if you have this mindset of an American, you won't be able to afford the kingdom of heaven, man.
Yeah. I'm going to add too, bro, that, like I did that Proverbs 7, it says, they know not that they should lead into that death. something like that.
Oh yeah.
Because Jake don't understand like the ways of America leads to your ass being cast to the lake of fire. You know, so yeah. Also the scripture says, stumble not at the beautiful woman. When you look at John the Revelator, he stumbled at America. You know what I'm saying? She looked fine as hell, but you know, you had to aim to the rhythm. Like, nah, let me show you. Let me show you. So that's what we're seeing now. We was once captivated with America. Like, this is the place to be in. The American dream and all that. But when you go into this shit, man, like when foreigners come here, man, they find out this ain't what it's all cracked up to be. You know, and now they starting to revert back, turn into their old countries. Because this is not prosperous. It's not a prosperous way of living. It's corrupt. You see? So this is a form of America being exposed, that skirt being lifted up, paving way for, you know, the destruction. Because before the destruction, that revealing had to take place. You know? Let's get
bagging the officer up. Now, I mean, this is Proverbs 7 verse 22. Start at verse 22. It says, "He goeth after her straight way, as an ox goeth to the slaughter." It's Proverbs 7 chapter. On to that 4.
No, jump up on it, brother. You gotta jump
get to the
up.
point.
Nah, you gotta jump up on this. You don't know this.
Well,
We
I can start at 10.
what team is that?
It meant I'm on the tide of a Harley.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Went to the street.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, this
In that
Proverbs.
spirit, and even then, they show you that in the movie 1984. I probably ever watched that. That woman in a red dress.
Oh yeah.
And ultimately, she said, "What you need?" I gave her $2, and I had the time of my life. You know, but ultimately, he ended up getting burnt off of it. You know, he ended up getting burnt off of it. You got to know.
Yep. This Proverbs 7:10, it says, "And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtile of heart."
Yeah, and a subtile of heart, man. Because again, with that subtileness, this bitch will talk you down and let you think everything is okay. But everything is not okay, man. One example, a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man. Right then and now, she tell you that things are fucked up. But she rub your back, rub your head, and ultimately seducing you to go into the wrong way. You got it?
It says, peace off.
It says, she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abiding out in her house.
And that's the spirit. That's America. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet don't abide in her house. The reason how you know that, why you in the midst of Iran in the Middle East, man? Why did you kidnap Mindoro, so-called kidnap Mindoro, man? Because you're loud and stubborn. You're more stout than any of your fellows, man. And your feet don't abide in your house. Just going back, like the officer brought back earlier, he said, what? That Esau spreading his military thing. You know, you got it.
Slocky, if I may right quick, precept to back that up, it's Proverbs 5:5. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell.
Yeah, her steps take hold on hell. You got it right.
Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them.
Yes, because the ways of this world is movable, it's carnal. It's only here for a second. That's why this place is called the shadow, the valley of the shadow of death, and that's the spirit. When we first came out here, the shadow was right towards the camel. Now look at the shadow now.
Yeah.
It changed, man. So again, this place, this world is movable. This is a temporal situation, man. Look at the stock market. That shit change every day. You got it?
Two more right quick. It says, "Hear me now, therefore, ye children, and depart not from the words of my mouth."
Yes, and that's why we got to cleave unto the Lord and depart not, man. Because that's what keep us from this war. You got it?
Remove thy way far from her, and come not nigh the door of her house.
Read that again.
Remove thy way far from her.
Yeah, remove thy way far from her. And that's why the Lord say, be not conformed to this world. You know? Save every man, you know, your soul. Depart from her, because ultimately this hoe gonna die. And if you touch with her, if you mess with her, then you're gonna get burnt too. Come on.
And come not nigh the door of her house.
Yeah, and come not now the door of her house, man. Because once you do, you're gonna be spiritually committed adultery. You're spiritually gonna be committed adultery then, man. You know, but ultimately what's gonna lead that to, that's gonna lead until you get put to death with the milks, man, the ICBMs. You got it, bro.
Yeah, going back, Proverbs 7:11, it says she is loud and stubborn, her feet abide not in her house.
Yeah, her feet abide not in her house, man. Meaning what? She's all across the world. Papa Kushak, give me half a cook, 2 and 5. Yeah, you have to put 2 and 5. The water. Because again, that's the spirit, man. This bitch is all throughout the whole world pushing forth this wicked rhetoric. He ain't pushing forth the rhetoric of life and let's bring everybody together and we're gonna have peace and happiness. No, this nigga pushing forth the rhetoric of death, man. You got it?
Yeah, because that word stubborn, I went into that word stubborn, it goes back to rebellion. And that's what Esau's pushing throughout the 4 corners of the earth. That spirit of rebellion, that adverse spirit towards the Lord, man. That's why that nigga gonna get burnt. You know?
Yeah, that's why he's gonna get burnt. That's why he's gonna get put down here in these latter days, man. You know, you got it.
Yeah, it says, now is she without, now in the streets, and lies in wait at every corner.
Yeah, she's lied and wait at every corner. Read that again,
Because it says, now is she without, now in the streets, and lies in wait at every corner.
Come on.
So she caught him and kissed him.
So she caught him and kissed him, man. Now, you know, kiss, that's one of the most intimate things you can do with anybody. You know what I'm saying? So you kissing a woman, ultimately y'all, you know, that swap germs. And ultimately you really take a, what's the word I'm looking for? Y'all become one, for lack of a better word. You have sex with a woman, y'all really become one. That's why even when you what's called, it's like a rhythm with it. You know? You got it.
If I may, off the shop. This is the kiss of death from this one.
No, that's it.
This is the kiss of death. Slide.
Yeah. So you got a rash on your mustache fucking with that bride, man.
Yeah, God, it says, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows.
And that's a lot. This motherfucker tells me I have peace offerings with you. That's really that temporary comfort that this motherfucker give you, man. That temporary everything is gonna be okay while you in the midst of a burning building. The smoke ain't just got into your room yet, man. You got it.
It says, therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee.
And that's the spirit, because Esau diligently try to get rid of Israel, or try to lead Israel astray. That's the reason why you go into like Newport commercials, Newport things. It's Jake on the scene, man. You go to McDonald's, Jake made that shit, man. Anything that's evil in this society, even a nigga like RuPaul, this nigga made a drag queen famous and cool. Who they had to use? They couldn't use Moab. They couldn't use Ishmael to do that. They used Jake, man. So Esau know the vibration upon the planet Earth is Israel, so he's using that vibration wickedly to lead everybody astray, man. Even these other nations. You got it? An Ishmaelite bitch, and I seen this shit firsthand. Down there at UAB, man, it was this bride. She was really Elam. She was Elam Ishmael, I don't know, but she was bad as a motherfucker. Her name was Amy. And when I first met her, she was all cool and innocent, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker had her head down. And I got out of school and shit, and I came back like a semester and a half later, she was a ghetto bitch. Cause why? She was following the nigga woman, man. Jake is impressionable, but guess what? They also impressed other nations, man. Nations cleave unto Israel because their spirit is so great. You got it?
It says, I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, and with carved works, and with fine linen of Egypt. It says, I have perfumed my bed with myrrh.
The spirit said fine linen of Egypt. You know, that's bondage, man.
Yeah.
You got it?
It says, I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love unto the morning.
So she want to pop you in the morning. I mean, she want to pop you until the morning. Meaning what? You in the midst of darkness. You in the night. You know, and that's why America, again, it's called the valley of the shadow of death, man, where the darkness is as like, because you think everything is all good and fine until her husband come home. It's going to go into it.
Yep, it says, it says, come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with love.
Yeah, let us solace ourselves with love. That's like some Tony Braxton shit, man. But again, she's wicked as fuck, man, because again, she's leading you astray, and she's full of diseases, man. You got it?
It says, for the good man is not at home.
And that good man is who? Yahweh And that's what Esau was playing on right now. Since Yahweh ain't here, you can do what you want to do. When the Lord comes in, you can get right now, man. We gotta. That's why the Lord say, love me. Damn, how the scripture so. That's much more without my appearing.
Oh,
Yeah, know what I'm talking about? That
Much more in my absence.
Yeah. Probably shall probably get there. Much more in my absence, man. Because again, the Lord, He's not about you just showing up. Now, what you doing when the Lord ain't here, man? And that's why a lot of niggas, especially of Israel, that's why the niggas going off, man. You're gonna get put to death here in these latter days because you show a front, but behind closed doors, you doing wickedly. Perfect example. Look at LSL. You got it.
Yeah, this Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, now as in my presence only.
Obey the Lord, not in His presence only. You got it.
But now much more in my absence.
Not much more in the Lord's absence, man. So since the Lord not here, He want you to be willy-nilly. No, you gotta act like the Lord right in front of your face. Because He is, man. His eyes is what, 10,000 times brighter than the sun, man. You know, but you can go back to what you said.
Yep. This is Proverbs 7 and verse 19. It says, for the good man is not at home.
Yep.
He is gone on a long journey.
Unless you have a shot in the universe. You know, you got it.
It says
He out there. But he coming on, he on his way back. You know what I'm saying? Do that song, I'm doing 80 and 60 fucking ticket, man. You know, because the Lord, He's speeding back because He's coming back for His woman Israel. He's coming back for Yasharallah, man. That bridegroom and that bridesman meeting up into those chariots, man. You got it.
Come on, it says, he had taken a bag of money with him, and when he come home at the day appointed, it's like he would come home at the day appointed. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield.
Yeah, and that spirit, He's going to come on in the day appointed, which means you don't know.
Yeah.
It's the day He's going to come back. Nobody know when He's going to come back, but He's going to come back in the day He's appointed to.
Now He's gonna pop up on you.
Yeah, He going to pop up on you. You know? And that's how it be with adultery. Like that nigga who got caught committing adultery and climbing up the thing. The dude popped up on him. Look at that thing. Yeah.
Security.
Yeah, you said what?
Get that security.
Yeah, that spirit. He popped up in his security, man. They was in the bed, fucking naked. Nigga pulled that thing out on him, man. That's the same thing the Lord is gonna do into the Israelites who's in bed with Esau. You got it? Because America gonna be destroyed. It's a reason why these proxy wars is popping off, man. You got it?
Yep, it says, with much fair speech, she caused him to yield.
Yeah, she caused him to yield. She was spitting game into him, and the ways of her world was pleasing to her. And that's the same spirit how the serpent got Eve, spitting game, saying smooth words, so you can cause Jake to yield. You got it?
Yep, it says, and with flattering lips, it's like, and with the flattering of her lips, she forced him.
Yeah, you got it.
It says, he goeth after her straightway, as an ox going to the slaughter.
Yeah, as an ox going to the slaughter, man. Because again, you listen to the so-called white man. Now, it's not just about being black and white. No, it's about being a fucking Edomite, man. If you listen to an Edomite, you gonna die. And I was thinking about that. I was thinking about it in the spirit, man. Like the line of Ted Bundy. That line cannot continue to go throughout the earth, man. The line of this nigga Jeffrey Epstein. That line cannot continue to run throughout the planet Earth. Something must be done about that. You know? Because again, like it says that in the book of Maccabees, if these guys continue to be in their spirit, evil will continue to multiply in the earth, man. The best thing to do is put these people down. And again, it's not all white people, man. Because, you know, people like Justin Timberlake. I like Justin, you know. Yeah, you're like, cry me a river, baby. I like him. You know, I like the whole NSYNC. I think all of them Jake except one of them. Real talk. All of them could be Jake though. But you gotta do it.
It says he goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stock, to the dart straight through his liver, as a bird hastens to the snare, and knowing not that it is for his life.
Yeah, and not knowing that it's what? For his life, man. Not knowing that you lost your life by way of hearkening unto the ways of America. You wanted to be a football player. Now all of a sudden you got CTE. No, you wanted to be a rapper. Now all of a sudden you got hit with tax fraud. You know, this nigga Wesley Snipes, he was on top of the fucking world. But again, Esau still humbled this nigga as you nothing but a nigga, man. This is not made for you. It's meant for the white man. But Jake don't know that.
Yeah, it says, hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth.
Yeah, you got to hearken unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, hearken unto this doctrine, because again, this current system that we're living in is temporary, man. This is not an everlasting thing that's going on. You got it?
If I may, the Lord teaching you how to shake the ultimate whore. Because that thing, Jake, not brought up in this society to really know how to shake women, man. You feel me? And then you get comfortable by one of these brides. But the Lord putting you on game on how to shake America, man. Telling you how her ways deceitful, you know, and you see that by way of these rappers that, you know, Esau used to really draw you in, to kiss you, and to convince you, to make you yield. You know, look at Moneybag, yo, man, you mean to tell me you don't want to be like this? You know, and that'll cause a nigga to yield and hit the studio, man. You know?
Yeah, investing in studio
Yeah,
time.
you know? Not knowing, nigga, it's for your life, though. Because Moneybag, yo, gonna take the chip, man. And he gonna rap about it. But, continue on, Slock. It says, let not thine heart decline to her ways.
In that spirit, let not your hearts but decline. You say going down, Bible, because I get that. Bible, because I get that. Going down, let not your hearts decline, because again, you're selling yourself short once you commit yourself into America. You better than me. I don't take better than that. We all better than this. Concrete on the damn ground, fake food. You know, damn chemicals getting sprayed in the air, fluoride in your damn water. We all better than this, man. That's why we need Yahweh Hashem to save us and put us in a better situation. We're in the worst conditions possible, man. No empire, you going to Xerxes, you going to the Babylonian Empire, the Media Persians. No empire compared to what we're doing now, man. Even though you got a TV in front of your face, you got a cell phone, that don't mean shit on which is thing that's really happening behind closed doors. It's not even behind closed doors anymore. It's in front of your face. They came out with this Epstein case, and this nigga Trump, they still walking around like everything fine. Hillary Clinton, Hillary Clinton and Clinton, them niggas was some killers, man. These niggas in three-piece suits, these niggas are some hardcore killers, man. But again, just because it's a norm in this society to act that way, or it's acceptable in this society to act that way, they just continue to ignore it. So you got a guy too, man. If you don't check wickedness, if you don't want wickedness to get rid out the earth, the Lord just gonna get rid of you. You know?
I mean, we know we're in the worst condition because going into that statue, it started with gold, but now you went clay and iron, you know, a mixture. That shit weak, man. And it shows in your lifestyle the opposite going into your woman used up, man. But yeah, you gotta be the one to bend the knee to it and put a ring on it. And be happy, nigga, you know. Nigga, be happy, nigga.
Yeah. That spirit, like going back to that statue, is at the foot, the basis of men. That's the base.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the Lord got the basis of men set up here in these low days. That's why the Lord said, don't, you know, you above the head. You know what I'm saying? You that rock that's coming out the sky. But niggas want to continue to be on the ground with Esau, man. In dirt and confusion, because that be on her foot too. You know, you especially like when those sandals, the reason why Yahweh Shai washed his feet, because you used to have a lot of dust on your feet and shit walking in those sandals. But Jake love to be in their feet. They love to have that dust and that confusion in their face. Because they stupid. You know, Jake just ignorant and destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. Bible Shai, y'all got the Isaiah?
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, the book of Isaiah 30 verse 1, it says, woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, they take counsel, but not of me. And that cover with their covering, but not of my spirit.
And that's the spirit. You said you take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with they come, but not of my spirit. So instead of you say, I'm a pray to the Lord and hope I get better. Man, I'm gonna pray to the Lord for this nigga, just go to Esau. I'm gonna pray to the Lord to put the spirit on me to work hard or whatever. Nigga just say, yeah, I'm gonna go to the studio and do more rap time. And then nigga even pray to the Lord that he make it as a rapper.
Take 5 hours energy.
Yeah, 5 hours energy. 4 o'clock in the morning hitting balls, man. It's like that's gonna deliver you from the rapper head. That's what I'm trying to get that real quick. When that prayer second in, like Sirach 16. Yeah, because these niggas tipped to the Lord by praying for certain desires, man. Praying to stay in America. Pray that your 5 and 10 year plan will work out, man. That's you tipping your Yahweh Hashem Yahushua when you don't know the dangers that lie ahead. You got it, bro.
Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 18 and verse 23.
Okay.
Before thou prayest, prepare thyself,
Prepare thyself, come on.
and be not as one that tempted the
Yeah,
Lord.
be not as one that tempted the Lord, man. That's what these niggas be doing. Niggas be praying for studio time, praying that your 40 become, a point second faster so you can make it. No, fuck that, man. Because again, I seen a nigga run a 40 and damn near tear his hamstring. This nigga tied that shit up and started running routes. And they still ain't get this nigga no scholarship. I said, God damn.
Yeah.
This nigga really killed himself for Esau, man. There's a reason why they paying that nigga tour, he going to Atlanta and shit, right? They paying him so many millions of dollars. They ain't paying you that because you a good football player. They paying you that because you gonna die early, man. That nigga Ryan Shazier, he was a linebacker not too long ago. He got a spinal cord injury. Nigga can't, he's 6'5", buff as fuck, and he walks stiff as hell because his neck fucked up. But you got a $30 million contract, but you can't enjoy it because your body fucked up. LeBron, another nigga, Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders, he the coach of Colorado. This nigga got 8 toes. I'm better than him then. I don't care how much money you got. Nigga, I got all my toes.
Half a calf.
Yeah, you got half a calf, man. Like his shit is fucked up, man. It's fucked up, man. But they think that this is the way to make it. No, the way to make it is through the Lord, man. You got it, bro.
Yep, it says, again, if I may, Sirach 18 and verse 23, before thou prayest, prepare thyself, and be not as one that tempteth the Lord.
And be as not as one that tempt the Lord. You got it.
Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end.
Yeah, think upon the wrath that shall be at the end. 113 finna pop off, man. And niggas still talking about LeBron. Look, since Bam stole 83, LeBron can score 100. Niggas stupid, man. 113 finna pop off. Soon as he score 100, I pray the Lord send you niggas to the draft after that, man. You got it.
And the time of vengeance.
In a time of vengeance, come on.
When he shall turn away his face.
When he shall turn away his face, when his truth won't be readily available. Because soon, he might be some crazy guys on street corners, but soon as they try to take us off the street corners, our hell is going to break loose, man. So we're warning you before the hell comes. You got it, bro. You can go back where you said. You had something?
Yeah, real quick, I make it back what you're saying. Amos 5 and 13.
Gun.
It says, therefore the prudent shall keep silent in that time, for it is an evil time.
Yeah, that's the spirit. It says the prudent shall keep silent in that time, for it's an evil time. That's like the Lord hiding us under the shadow of his wings. You know? You got it.
Going back to Isaiah 30.
Okay, come on.
Yep. Isaiah 30, verse 1, it says, woe to rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with the covenant, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
And the part of you adding sin to sin, because each past life you come back, you go off even worse. You know, the same niggas that rejected the ways of Moses in the time of Egypt is the same niggas that rejected Yahweh Shai in the time of the Roman Empire, man. And it's the same niggas that's rejecting this truth, man. You got it?
It says that walk to go down into Egypt.
And it's the spirit going back into that decline into her ways. You ought to go down into Egypt, so you dummy yourself down. You know, you're doing wickedly in order to be accepted in this Egyptian world, man. In order to be accepted in bondage. You got it?
It says, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Yeah, it says to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Because even though you say, I don't even like Trump, you know, I'm like that nigga Colin Kaepernick. This nigga, he was doing the knee and shit like that. I don't even want it. So that means he ain't with Pharaoh. No, this nigga spent like, 6-7 years begging for another contract. Yeah. That's a part of the strength of Pharaoh being your damn shame. Because you supposed to be standing up for the politically correct things for your nation. And you still, man, I can still play. I can still throw the ball. I can still run. No, nigga. You got it.
God, it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Yeah, so the strength of Pharaoh is going to be your shame, and you trusting his wicked system is going to lead into your confusion, man. And the water you high by from outside, you niggas is in a confused state, man. Because we don't even want you niggas up here, man. We only want like-minded individuals who's ready to be saved and ready to be kings, man. Ready to be delivered from these dangerous times ahead. You know? Yo, was it on that?
Go.
You can go back where you was at.
Yep, this is Proverbs 7.
Go down.
Verse 25, it says, let not thy heart decline into her ways.
Yes, let not your heart decline into her ways. And again, her decline into her ways is that Babylonian mindset. The mindset, I want to be a rapper. The mindset, I want to be a football player. Or even you want to be Wesley Snipes or Bill Cosby. Look at the latter end of those niggas, man. Yeah, a street nigga. Every hood legend dead now. Name one hood legend that's still alive right now, man. You know, you got it.
Yeah, it says for she have cast down many wounded.
Yeah, she has cast down many wounded. You got it.
Yeah, many strong men have been slain by her.
Yes, and that's really through America, man. Because there's a lot of great Jakes that's fucked up in prison. There's a lot of like great men, like even warriors, man, that's locked up and that's doing life out of a simple way, emotional mistake. But the reason why they made the emotional mistake because they was raised up in America. They was raised up in Babylon, and they thought that this system was for you. It's not, man. This place never been for us. That's why we waiting and praying for the Lord to deliver us from this shit, man. You got it?
Yeah, it says her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death.
Yeah, it says her house is the way to hell, and this is the American house, but it says it goes down into what? The chambers of death, man. Which is what? The valley of the shadow of death, which is America that we're living in right now. You know? You got it? That was it. You got something? Come, Bible Bashar, Brother Cahol, Revelation 17 too. You got it?
Come, this is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10.
Beautiful.
It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, and shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. So if I may just backing the brother up, man, you know, that's well plain and simple. This place is not for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? And you see that by the state that we're in as a people, as a whole, man. You see, or even going back to his laws and legislation, he set it up for it not to be for you niggas, man. And the Lord himself is telling you, arise and depart, man. Come out of that low state, man. You know, incline into the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and hearken unto him. Come out of the dust. That state of confusion, man.
I'm gonna add too, bro, because like one thing that Esau understands is that the law is our kryptonite. He knows that if we don't keep the laws, then we get cast down. That's according to the curses. So if we can create a society that constantly calls you to rebel, eat pork, to participate in adultery, right? Then he can constantly rule over you, man. So what the Lord is saying is that you gotta flee from these ideologies he set up for you, call you to stumble, and revert back into your how about Shema Shah. Because that's gonna be the only way that you're gonna be able to find true peace. It's by this whole system really being destroyed. The Lord set up a righteous kingdom and giving you pretty much a new body, man. And with the laws being still within you now, you have to keep these laws that would pretty much pertain to you having peace, man. But Jake don't see it like that because they're blinded.
I got something to bag you up about because we're going to be transformed into those new bodies. Romans 12:2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Right, because this world right here, if I may, is given to Esau, the wicked, right? Esau wants his birthright back. So he's going to do that. The way he tried to do that was to cut you off from being a nation, setting up a standard that's against your power. In which when you go against your power, your ass is an offense, and now you're cast down, man. So the Lord is saying, hey, depart from this current world and this philosophy. Don't be converted or go with the fashion of this current life. You got it?
Come, it says that ye may prove what that is good, acceptable, and perfect will of the Most High.
Right, so going back to the point of just having this whole system being fucking destroyed, this whole American empire, man, has to be eliminated, man. This is the cancer of the earth that is causing all our people to rebel against Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So when the Lord sends forth that fire, what is it going to do? They're going to eradicate wickedness from the earth, man. You see? And bring forth a new righteous kingdom in earth. What is it, 2 Peter 2nd chapter, go to that, 3rd chapter? A new heaven and a new earth. Where we're in what? The world of righteousness. You see? So you got to see far past America. And if you don't see it past America, then your ass going to be what? Like the elder said, a PA, a permanent America. You're going to die here.
Yeah, and you're going to end up like Lot's wife. You know, a pillar of salt.
You
got to select. Somebody got something?
Yeah, I got one for you if I may. This Isaiah 52 and verse 1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. It says, shake thyself from the dust.
Ooh, hey, that's the spirit. That's the confusion. You know, you got it.
Arise and sit down.
And that's the spirit. Once you shake yourself off that dust, you will rise. You will erect yourself, man. You know, the nation of Israel, that third temple being built right in front of these people's face. It says to sit down. You got it.
O Jerusalem, loose thyself from the bands of thy neck.
Yes, loose thyself from the bad side neck, the ways of America, the bullshit the black woman taught you. No, even the bullshit a street nigga taught you, man. You gotta throw all those things away so you can transform your mind where it's acceptable unto the Lord now. You know? Nigga, it ain't no fun unless my homies getting some. Nigga have that doctrine, man. You know, nigga have a doctrine on you can't make a hotel housewife. Hey, fucking my boy name not Amos.
You talking about
Hosea, not Hosea. Amos did that, didn't it? Made a
That was
Hosea. Yeah, who had a heart. Yeah. So you can make a hotel housewife. Thus saith the Lord, cause that's what you want to be. You got it.
Oh, the Lord said how Harley gonna be saved?
Yeah, Harley gonna be saved from you know these wicked motherfuckers, man. Cause they since if you really deal with a Harley man, they sincere, man.
Yeah.
And I see why you have a shot hung around them, man. You know?
It says, O captive daughter of Zion, for thus saith the Lord.
And that's the spirit. It says, "Oh, captive daughter of Zion," because we're in captivity. You know, but guess what? A lot of Jake is in captivity in their mind. We're not in captivity in our mind anymore. Why? Because the truth set us free. You got it?
Ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money.
And that's the spirit. That's Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, he's going to redeem us without money, man, because we've been sold here, whether it be the Social Security card or whether physically we was on those slave auctions. Guess what? Our Lord redeemed us. Well, it's something that people call a UFO. You might think it's crazy, but guess what? It's reality, man. You know? That was it on it. Go ahead and get that on. Oh, you got to go for service. Get your point. Get your point.
Yeah, that point, the Lord said, shake that dust. You know, I was telling the officer I done, you know, because when Jake, you know, that dust being American and things like that, we just read Proverbs the 7th chapter about that woman, you know, and I was just mentioning, when Jake shake a woman and shit like that, he come back a better man and shit, you know, and that's that when you shake America and you come into the spirit of the Lord, it upgrades you, man. It makes you a better man. So now your taste and shit is way different, man. You ain't looking back, you know, when Jake get a new woman, he ain't stunning his old bitch, man. You know, you hope your new woman better, man. And our new woman is better because we dealing with Sophia, man.
Yeah, shit. Finest thing in the world, man.
Yeah,
you got it.
Yeah, she family bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Revelation 17 and verse 1, it says, and that came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, and I will show thee the judges of the great horde that sitteth upon many waters.
And that's the spirit, because that separate judgment is going to be the destruction, man. You know, but he said, come with me, I'm going to show you the judgment.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen into this technocracy that he's building. You got it?
Yep, it says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
And that's this guy really fulfilling Job 9 and 24. The earth being given into the hand of the wicked, man. Because he have all these nations eating out of his hand, even Saudi Arabia, which is supposed to be more of a Eastern mindset. They have been Americanized. And the reason why they have been Americanized was through the money, the petrodollar, but also through the democracy that Esau pushed forth over there. Once you go over there into niggas in Saudi Arabia, man, they ain't nothing but just upgraded Edomites. Real top motherfucker, poop on your girl and everything. You got it?
Yep, it says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Yes, and that women that's having 7 heads and 10 horns, that women is America. There was 10 horns today can represent NATO in the EU. With those 7 heads is what? Britain, Greek, Rome, Spain, Germany Major, Germany Minor, and France. You got it?
It says,
and again, because all those empires was a stepping stone of Esau really developing his system, especially in Rome. You got it?
Yeah, it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color.
And that's the spirit that purple and scarlet color, Elder, I just want to be a bad point. That's the mixture between red and blue. You know, the democracy and the public. That spirit. You know, it represents loyalty, but it's like that one beast and one system. That one beast system. He said, I said, God damn. I said, ooh. But it makes sense, though. It makes sense. You know? You got it.
Yeah, it says,
Purple and scarlet color.
Yeah, it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls.
Yeah, gold and precious stones and pearls. You know, and that's even like the city lights, Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Man, when you look at Las Vegas, man, that shit in the middle of, if you look at it from an area view, it's in the middle of a fucking desert, but that shit look like a diamond though. When you look at shit like from a back view, and you look at it, it look like a damn diamond ring, like a circle with a ring and a diamond ring in the middle. But that's how America look from the stars. You look up, it look like little sparkles, like little jewelry and shit. But look at Las Vegas in the middle of the night, it ain't nothing, but it's just like a big stone there, you know? But again, that's like fancy things that ultimately put people to sleep. Because once you go into like a lot of these foreigners that came over here, they thought America was gonna be different.
Yeah.
You know, you see it on TV, you see the lights, you see people having, and then you nigga come out the taxi and the wind blowing, you singing a song.
Yeah.
That shit ain't like that right here. You jump out the taxi, a nigga bump, get the fuck out of the way, man. You know, you got it.
Blow cigarette smoke.
Yeah, blow, yeah, cigarette smoke. You got a nigga taking a crap around the corner. You know, America is done with, man. This ain't no but a third world country with TVs, man. You got it.
Yeah, it says, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication.
Yes, that golden cup is a representation of our different philosophies: the LGBTQ, the democracy.
Feminism.
You say what?
Feminism.
Feminism, toxic masculinity.
Yeah. All this shit.
Yeah, pork,
Misogyny.
misogyny, all these different big words and shit. You know what I'm saying? Narcissist. You know.
Yeah, I mean.
You're like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably tell you damn, you ain't got no confidence. Are you insecure? Yeah. Insecurity.
Yeah.
These are the things that America breeds, but also America breeds depression.
Yeah.
You know, you got it.
Yep, it says.
Because America, I think that's the highest, one of the highest amounts of suicides too. Up there, you got it.
It says, and upon her head, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
Yes, the abominations of the earth. And again, that's the fulfillment of what? Job 9 in verse 24. Because instead of him just pushing forth the abominations in the west, this abomination have been pushed forth throughout the whole four corners of the earth. This nigga have over like 800 to 1,000 military bases throughout the planet Earth, man. You know, and they ain't just there for protection of the GP. Now, they there because they own that place, man. You know, you got it.
Yeah, it says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints,
Yep.
and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shah.
Yes, because it's going to be men that's going to be witnesses, because that's what that word martyr goes into. But it's also going to be men that's going to actually have to die for the Lord's sake, for rejecting this place, man. But that's an honorable thing. You know, when you get your crowning, that's going to be one of the dimensions. You know, you can have one of those stories like what's that woman and her 7 kids?
Oh
Yeah.
It's 7 holy children.
Yeah, the 7 holy children. You got the 3 holy children. Now we got the 7 holy children.
Maccabees brothers.
Yeah, the Maccabees brothers. The righteous Maccabees brothers, man. You know, and they mama. There's gonna be a lot of women that's gonna stay 10 toes down for Yahweh Shah too. Don't sleep on that now. You got it.
Yeah, it says, and when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
Yeah, I wonder with great admiration because John have never seen anything like that before. So guess what? The Lord is going to do the same thing. Oh, not so like kind of insight. The Lord, John have never seen anything like that before. So guess what? John, he was mesmerized about it. You know, it was something new. It was something quick. Just like the serpent and Eve, it was pleasing to the eyes. You know? But you got it.
Yeah, it says, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel?
He said, did you marvel at me? What's going on, John? What's wrong with you, man? You got it? Because again, you know, John probably seen a woman in a red dress, but it was a man. You know? He see LG with John like, God damn, that bad. You know, when she got long hair with breasts, and he's like, no, you tripping, bro. No. That's a man, brother. Ayash. You got it.
Yeah. It says, didst thou marvel?
Yeah, why you marveling? Come on.
It says, I will tell thee the mystery of the woman.
Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to this bride. Going back to those 7 vows at the beginning. I'm going to tell you the judgment of this bride. You got it?
And of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and 10 horns.
Yeah, and which hath the 7 heads and 10 horns. Come on.
The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit.
Because ultimately, that bottomless pit goes back into Europe. But that's when, after they, what it's called, the Renaissance era. After the Renaissance period, that's when this nigga really got back on his feet. Because once you go into the Renaissance, where it goes back into rebirth. You know, a rising of the phoenix, what these niggas want to do.
We said we will return and build the desolate places.
Beautiful, beautiful. Because it wasn't nothing but the Roman Empire all over again. You got it, bro.
Yeah, it says, and going to perdition.
And going to perdition. What that word perdition goes into? Destruction. You got it.
Yeah, it says, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world.
Yeah, it said they gonna wonder who the ones who wasn't written in the book of life. You got it.
When they behold the beast that was,
yes,
and is
the beast that was, and what?
And it's not.
Yes, because they never seen it before, man. And the reason why they're not keen unto it, because Yahweh Shah then blessed them with this knowledge, man. So now they wandering after the Lord, but they don't have that angel right there like John did. Say, knock up out of it. No, the Lord just named them guys some wonder in the congregation of the dead. Right. You know, you got it.
And yet is, it says, and here is the mind which hath wisdom, the 7 heads and 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen and 1 is, and the other is not yet to come.
Read it again from the top out.
And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen and 1 is.
It says there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen and 1 is. You got it? Now that 1 is, which one that was?
The 1 is?
That's the one that was in the Roman Empire. Because John was living in the Roman Empire. You got it?
And the 1 is yet to come.
And the 1 is yet to come.
Not yet to come.
And the 1 is not yet to come. I think it's the British Empire, if I'm not mistaken. You got it?
It says, and when he cometh, he must continue a short space.
You got it?
It says, and the beast that was is not. It's like, and the beast that was is not. Even he is the 8th.
Yeah, even he is the 8th. You got it?
And is of the 7th.
And is of the 7th, because guess what? The British Empire is what? America's baby. I mean, the British Empire is America's mother.
Yeah.
That's why you read Jeremiah the 50th chapter, your mother shall be so confounded. You know, you got it.
It says, it says, and here is the mind. That's like,
Well, take your time, brother. Take your time. You read where you just left off at.
Okay. And here is the mind which hath wisdom, the 7 heads and 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth, and there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come.
And the other is not yet come. The British Empire, come on.
And when he cometh, he must continue a short space.
Yeah, because Britain, they ain't really have a long empire, long reign. You got it?
And the beast was and is not. Even he is the 8th.
And the 8th is America. You got it?
And is of the 7th.
And it's of the 7th. It's of Britain. Where do America come from? It came birth from Britain. Come on.
And goeth into perdition.
And goeth into perdition. So this place gonna be destroyed. It ain't like this place is going to the kingdom of heaven. No, the Lord said it's going to perdition. This is why this world was set up. You got it?
If I may say, if your church be multiplied, and multiplied for destruction, man.
Spirit.
And this the climax of it, man. You know, but continuing on, it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, and received power as kings 1 hour with the beast.
And that's talking about NATO and the EU. These guys, they reigning with the beast. A motherfucker like Finland, Sweden, they got more rank than us. And the reason why, because they reigning with NATO and the EU, man. And if anybody try to attack them, then now the U.S. can go in on their behalf. But when you go into NATO and the EU, when you go into the EU, it was called the EEU, the European Economic Commons. You know, but now it's just named the EU, but that's the money side, but the NATO is what? The military side. You know, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. You got it?
Because it says, these have one mind.
One mind, that beast system. Niggas trying to make that new world order. You got it?
And should give their power and strength unto the beast.
Yeah, give the power and strength bow and strengthened to their beast, their empire. You got it?
It says, these shall make war with the Lamb.
Yeah, these shall make war with Yahweh Shai. You got it?
And the Lamb shall overcome them.
And Yahweh Shai gonna whoop their ass. Come on. You got it?
For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings.
He is the Lord of lords and Kings of kings, man. You know something on that?
And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
He says, if they that are with him, you know, and that's talking about the elect, the ones that's not conforming to this world, the ones that didn't bow down to this world, and ultimately the ones that repented and hated this kingdom, man. Hated this world, you know? You got it.
It says, and he saw, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are people and multitudes and nations and tongues.
Yeah, Job 9:24, earth given to the hand of the wicked. Come on.
And then it's like, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore.
Yeah, so even now in the EU is going to hate the whore. We can see that with Brexit. You know, and that's only going to grow is a such thing as Brexit, not France. Them, they going at it too. France hate America too, man. France really hate America, man.
Yeah.
You know? And that's a big split, a big crack in that miry clay and mud, man. You got it?
Yep, it says, these shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked.
It shall make her desolate and naked. So you're going to be destroyed by the same empire that built you up, man. You know, you're going to be destroyed by the same technology that you build. That's how you have by Shemaiah Shai did. He deal with irony, man. You know, that was it on that up?
A little bit more. And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
Yes, and burn her with fire through intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. You know? Yeah, so with that, I think that's a good place to end up on. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
We want to give double honors to our Apostle Ellis Great Millstone and Shalom.
Shalom. Tonight.
All right, now.